We got some trade news and some signing news. So Jake Evans off the board. He signs an extension with Montreal, and also Trent Frederic traded to the Edmonton Oilers. Let's start there. Welcome if you're a new subscriber. Thanks for being here. Full trade. So it's a three-way deal through the Devils. You're looking at it right now. The Boston Bruins trade Trent Frederic, 50% salary retained to the Devils in exchange for unsigned draft choice Peter Hauser. Then it kind of gets evolved into the three-way deal. So the Devils retain 50% of Frederic's contract, which is about one and a bit to get it to Edmonton in exchange for Shane Lachance. I'll talk about Shane in a second here because he's actually an interesting prospect for the Devils to receive here. And then Boston trades Max Jones and Peter Hauser to Edmonton in exchange for Max Warner. And then the Boston Bruins get a second-round pick, 2025 from the Blues originally. So that was the second-round pick the Edmonton Oilers got through the offer sheets, and Edmonton's own fourth-round pick in 2026. Getting a second and a fourth for Trent Frederic, that's pretty good business for Boston. So anyone on the Bruins hate train right now, that's pretty good business. Just looking at Shane Lachance here, and I'll talk about Trent Frederic. So, Devils fans, 6'5", 21-year-old. He's playing for Boston University right now. 25 points in 32 games, 10 goals to show for. Pretty good. For a guy that was a sixth-round pick in 2021, 6'5", a bit of a beast. I think you're getting a good bet here. And the fact that you're only retaining 50%, it's not much. And I think Frederic's stats here, again, he's had a bit of a disappointing year, so I think some Oilers fans are thinking a second and a fourth is a lot to give up for a pending UFA. Frederic only has 15 points in 57 games, 8 goals to show for, but what you're getting is the playoff-style hockey. In 13 playoff games last season, he had 5 points. So in the playoffs, not bad. He had 3 goals through that stretch. 27-year-old Missouri native, 6'3", you know he's going to bring it in the playoffs physically. So the Oilers are trying to get that style going in their bottom six, and Frederic can pot a couple in the playoffs. So I think this is good for the Oilers. And again, the cap hit's not high as it is, so the Devils only retain like $1 million and a bit, and then they get Lachance as kind of incentive. And then Boston, good return, second and fourth. Also, guys, Jake Evans signing an extension, 4 years, $2.85 million per year. I think that's a great value for Montreal. And frankly, I think that if that was ever on the table, that should have been agreed upon from Montreal. But it sounds like Jake Evans wanted more. 4-year deal for a 28-year-old in Jake Evans. I think that's really good value as the salary cap goes up. He's going to be your third or fourth line center. You can play on the wing. You can play at the center. Right shot center. A little bit more harder to come by, of course. So I think it's a team-friendly deal for sure for Montreal. And congrats to Jake Evans getting some term with 4 years. And, of course, he's comfortable in Montreal. Here's the thing. I did have the reservation about Montreal getting back into the playoff picture, and as I've kind of made my predictions, they've really put themselves back in. There's a 1 or 2 point gap between Montreal, Boston, Ottawa, and Detroit. Everyone's right there. Montreal could still make the playoffs. So their perspective has definitely changed in this last week or two, because I think Montreal was all aboard selling, and I still think they might sell off a couple pieces. Joel Armia last year was seen as a cap dump. Now he scored some goals and has been a great depth piece where I think other teams have interest. So maybe Armia gets traded, maybe David Savard gets traded if it's a first-round pick plus being offered. I think this value shows where the market's at. It's a seller's market. You're going to get great return. If a team comes forward and offers a first-round pick plus for David Savard, I think Montreal should do it. If not, then you probably see David Savard stay in Montreal, and maybe Montreal makes a playoff push here. But again, Jake Evans, just looking at his stats here, I don't think you're getting Jake Evans in terms of the production, offensively, but the fact that he has 12 goals in 61 games in a bottom six role, 28 points to show for. He doesn't have a lot of playoff experience, only 13 games overall in his career, but again, he's a third or fourth line guy. That's what you're going to get. $2.85 million if he gets 10 plus goals every year and plays penalty kill minutes, plays good, I would say 5-on-5 matchup minutes, then you're getting good value there. So let me know your guys' thoughts. It kind of sucks seeing another big name. I mean, Jake Evans is not a massive name, but definitely I would say a significant one leading into this deadline in terms of a lot of teams having interest. I think the Devils are interested. I think the Avalanche are interested. So another name off the books, and we'll see what else happens. I think there's going to be a lot of trades throughout this week, guys, and I'll be live, as I said, all day NHL trade deadline day, March 7th. So hope to see you guys there. Subscribe, like, comment, notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.